Hey everyone, Serena Nicole here. Welcome back to my channel, She Weaves Wisdom. So this afternoon, I wanted to drop into a pick a card reading. I'm not in my home environment, so I'm just kind of winging it. But I'm using my decks, the Rose Oracle and the Lightseer Tarot. So I thought, and what came through coming to Valentine's Day is just tuning into the energy of the rose and asking for some wisdom. What messages would like to be communicated from the rose? The mysteries of the rose. So I have 3 cards to choose from. This is pile number 1, and it is the breathing rose. Pile number 1, the breathing rose. Pile number 2 is healing is happening. Pile number 2. These are beautiful cards. I absolutely love them. And pile number 3 is Sub Rosa. Pile number 3, Sub Rosa. So hopefully you have tuned into your pile, and I'm going to kick off with pile number 1. Okay, pile number 1, if you chose the breathing rose, this is your message from the rose mysteries. Like what wants to come through, what wants to be communicated through the wisdom of the rose. There is definitely this opening happening for you, pile number 1. I feel like there is this message around feeling, I'm getting very emotional. So I am clairvoyant, clairsentient, and clairaudient. So I definitely have a very deep feeling, intuition. And what I feel is that, like this openness of the heart space. It feels like you're going through a heart healing at this time, pile number 1, and your guidance, it actually says heart healing on it. Heart healing, emotions, connection, time eases. Yeah, it just feels like this softness and this deep sensitivity. And I feel this real, like, I just want to tend to myself, and I want to like really nourish myself. Like I'm getting like quite emotional. I can feel it. It's just like this real tenderness, a tenderness within. And I feel like the medicine of the rose is offering you this message around holding yourself with so much gentleness, compassion, and grace, really softening into your own center whilst this healing unfolds. I feel this slowness too. It's like a slowing down and becoming just more present, like really dropping into your body and your senses, and really allowing yourself to soften. Pile number 1. What other cards do we have here? We've got the Ace of Swords, got Justice. I can really feel what's coming through already. And then we've got the Sun. I feel like there's this push-pull energy. I feel like you quite often get very trapped in your mind space in like rumination and spiraled thoughts. And when this happens, it's almost like your mind spirals and fixates on more of the it's like critical thinking, but it might be like critical towards yourself, where you go into like judgment of self. And quite often from that space, it's very human to then go into critical thinking of others. But this message that's really coming through, the wisdom of the rose, it wants to communicate to you, of this quieting the mind. I really feel like practices that bring you into slowness, like yin yoga, meditation, breath work, any kind of slow, subtle, sensual practices and movements. In every card in your pile, every woman has her eyes closed. It feels like there's this message around turning inward, but it's like this practice, this softening through gentleness, breath work, yin yoga, really slow, sensual dance, meditations that are like around the heart space, around heart healing, around heart opening, heart clearing. I really want to recommend, if you have not discovered her already, Sarah Blondin. Phenomenal. Oh, I love her. Would highly recommend downloading Insight Timer on your phone or device and searching for Sarah Blondin. Even on YouTube, there should be Sarah Blondin clips, and they're just so powerful. Just creating an environment that feels really like feminine and nourishing. Candles, rose scent, or just essential oils, soft textures, just really creating a little sanctuary for your soul, and then dropping into slowness. Because on the other side of that is going to be this. It's going to replenish your energy and allow you to feel more radiance and vitality. You're going to also like unlock, there's a big thing around sensuality, and there's a discernment piece around sexuality and sensuality. And sensuality is, for me, really activating my senses, my sight, my hearing, my taste, my ability to feel. And how I heighten those senses is through presence. It's through becoming really present with whatever I'm experiencing, and also creating an environment that is nourishing to my senses. Flowers, essential oils, self-massage, going for a massage. Yeah, I feel like this is going to allow your mind to slow down. It's going to bring you back into your body, and the breathing rose. It's like even like really being aware of how deeply you're breathing, bringing it all the way down into your womb, into your belly. And if you're a man, I know this sounds like quite a feminine message, but same thing, down into your, I think it's called your hara, sort of just below your belly button. Yeah, that feels good. It's finding balance. And from that, through those practices, more yin practices, more practice of sensuality. And, you know, just because if you're a man or a male watching this, it doesn't mean that you can't practice these things in your own way. You know, it might look like same thing, like going for a massage, really practicing like yoga, or yeah, for some reason I'm seeing swimming in the ocean and doing some breath work. That's what I'm being shown. And journaling. It's like journaling out how you're feeling. Yeah. But there's time eases. It's like through these practices, you're going to feel actually more of an abundance of time and resources and energy and spaciousness in your energy. That's what it feels like. Deeper connection to yourself. Yeah, that feels complete, part number one. So the rose wisdom for you is to acknowledge that you are going through a heart healing, that this is a time of slowness and self-connection and sensuality, and finding ways to practice that through meditation or yin yoga or yoga itself, mindful, like walking meditations, bringing in presence when you're eating fruit, really just like taste the flavors and be present with that moment. And that's going to bring in this energy. It's going to allow you to feel more open, expansive, joy, uh, sensual, and connected to yourself. Lighter, I'm hearing. All right, my loves, thank you for joining me. Hit subscribe, comment below, and might see you next time. Gotcha. Okay. Feel the energy a little bit. Pile number two, pile number two. I just want to close this. I won't be a second. Because I've got, just want to see. Oh, did I just? I did. Oh dear. Oh no, cool. I was like, oh my God, I just stopped the reading. Sorry about that. And it won't be edited out. So sorry about that. My hair's super wild at the moment. Oh my God. Okay. File number two. Your reading and your card is healing is happening. Pile number two, healing is happening. So wisdom of the rose, what wants to come through for you? Wisdom of the rose. Healing is happening. I feel like you have been on a journey, pile number two. You've been walking a particular path for quite some time, it feels. And you're going through a stage of elevation. I feel like the elevation is going to be bringing in different aspects of yourself. So you're going to be given this opportunity, or you are in the process of integrating versions of yourself from the past. The reason this is happening, I feel, for you, part number two, is to come from a place of love and acceptance of these parts of yourself. And it actually feels like I'm tuning into your higher self. It's like your higher self is coming through to say, your higher self feels quite comical, and like I feel like I want to laugh. But your higher self is this, and like I don't want to offend anyone, and this is coming from a place of love. But your higher self, as I was tuning into it, was kind of like, girl, guy, however you identify, like chill, chill. I'm hearing chaotic. I'm feeling like there's been a lot of like disruption in, oh, I'm feeling it in here, in your heart space. It's like anxiety, or like maybe a bit of fear. Yeah, scarcity, I'm hearing. Your higher self is coming in to be like, this is all happening for you. It's like driven by your higher self. And so your higher self wants you to know all is as it is meant to be. You are safe. You are so supported. Allow this process to take place. Trust the process. It's on the card. Trust the process. You're not broken. And I feel like that's the main, like, I know it's coming through with like a sense of humor, but it's like, I don't know. It feels like this, like it doesn't need to, you're not broken is essentially the message. You're not broken. And that it's part of this healing. It's part of this healing. Because I feel like for a really long time, if it's been this 10 of Swords energy of like removing the knives from your own back. It's like, I always feel that from the 10 of Swords. Like I read intuitively, but I think traditionally on the 10 of Swords, it's a woman with knives in her back. But I kind of feel like the 10 of Swords for me represents like self-inflicted pain. It's kind of like the knives that we dig into ourselves. And I feel like you've been on this is the pathway and journey you've been on, is removing the knives from your own back, whether they were put there from other people or whether they were self-inflicted. But we've got 6 of Wands and 9 of Cups. Like there is this is the elevation piece. It's like you're coming into a space of celebration and acknowledgement. Okay, I'm hearing it's important. The message that wants to come through is around acknowledging yourself. There is a like a self-acknowledgement, self-celebration. It's a time of beginning to soften and experience more of this energy of the Nine of Cups. I can feel this fear around it. It's interesting. I'm feeling it in my heart. It's almost like you don't trust. You don't trust this feeling. You don't trust this energy of joy and celebration and like happiness and like fulfillment, because you've been walking in this energy for so long, in like a deep healing pathway. Actually resonating with this message very deeply myself. And it was interesting because when I pulled this card, I was like, I kind of feel like this is my pile. And I do resonate with this, like being on a healing journey for so long. It's like this message around self-acknowledgement, seeing how far we've come, and trusting this energy. It's like trusting this feeling of elevation, of joy, of celebration, of being more in this energy more often. It's kind of like the real heavy excavating has kind of happened now. And so it's also a reminder that even if those feelings arise, it's really important not to kind of get pulled into the idea that it's what it used to be. And it's really important to remind yourself and remind ourselves that it doesn't mean that we're broken. We're human. And that there has been wisdom gained and tools in the tool belt in order to navigate, I want to say like waves of healing. But there's this message, the main message of this, that the rose wisdom would like to communicate with you at this time, and your higher self and my higher self. It's probably why the higher self came in and was like, chill out, girl, like relax. And the reason why it's saying that is because of this energy. It's like this is here for us, and it's safe to experience that. Like, let it in. It's safe. Healing is happening. Healing has happened. And now it's really a message around balancing and knowing that that it's like the heavy works feels like it's complete. Not to say that that's it, I'm done. It's never going to happen. It's never going to come up. I'm never going to be triggered. It's like that's there. And it's so much lighter because the real deep excavation has happened. Trust this elevated feeling, because I feel like this has already started. I know it started for me, where I am feeling lighter, I'm feeling happier, I'm feeling brighter. I feel that energy of radiance and vitality and joy, and like this really expansive, open, expressive energy. Yes, keep leaning into that, keep trusting that, and being grateful for it all, because the more that it's like this, oh, thank you, the more it's going to manifest, the more it's going to be attracted and magnetized and manifested in life. This is the energy of the past. It will surface here and there, but this is the more predominant energy now, and it's safe. You can trust it. Yeah. Trust that. All right, my darlings, thank you so much for joining me. Like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I will see you soon. Ciao. Really energy. Okay. My battery's running low. I know I like mess around with my hair a lot. Itchy face. Okay. Also, I swear. Okay. If you chose pile number 3, your card was Sub Rosa. And it says, hidden in plain sight, mysteries, learning, and teaching. So, the wisdom of the rose. It's messages for you at this time. There's a missing piece. I feel like there's a missing piece. It's about to be revealed to you, pile number 3. I feel like there is a missing piece of your puzzle. And I'm actually really being drawn to the word return on my laptop. How interesting. The light is just like, I just feel like you're going to revisit something. It's like you're going to revisit something and see it from a new and different perspective. Yeah, it's like you're going to circle back to something and you're going to learn or see something in a deeper way. We've got Ace of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something that you're not seeing. And it's like, I'm actually getting frustrated. I feel this sense of frustration. Yeah, it's like you're something that is unable to be seen at this time, but it's because it's not meant to. And I feel like this cyclic thing is happening where you're coming into, like I said, like it's like this revisiting thing. And when you come back to this, what is it? Can you help me like interpret this message and communicate it more clearly? It's inside of you. It's inside of you. There is a seed planted inside of you. That's where it's hidden. It's hidden inside of you. And you've been seeking this thing externally. You've been seeking it from outside sources. The message is that you need to come in. You need to go inwards. You need to really take a deep dive into your internal world, because you are going to then see this seed that has been planted inside of you that has potential to grow. It's going to grow. I'm getting full-bodied goosebumps from this message. It is going to grow into immense abundance in your life. No one else holds this seed. This seed has to do with teaching and learning. It's about wisdom. It's about, it's a soul specific teaching that has been buried inside of you that wants to come out. It's ready to come out. But in order to get it out, there needs to be a really deep dive into your, I'm hearing like it's almost in your subconscious mind. I don't know. That's interesting. It's an unlocking, and it's going to happen. So there doesn't need to be like a force or control of this. I actually just got there's like there's so many messages, but I feel like you're going to be meeting someone, but also like it's like a reintroduction to someone. I feel like you're going to be crossing paths with someone again, and from that you're going to be given the opportunity to awaken this part of you. I feel like it's deeply connected to your inner child. Or it's actually going to be activated through a pregnancy. Like you're going to come into union with someone, and the seed is going to be activated through pregnancy. While this message is getting deeper, I actually feel like you're being, what you don't see, it's actually a multi-layered message, and it's relevant to anyone that's picked this pile. You are currently being drawn towards someone specific, soul specific, to come into union. There is a spirit that is bringing you together. Potentially you have met this person before, because I'm that returning energy. It's like this returning energy. Or it's like from past life or something. The intention of this meeting is twofold. It's going to awaken something buried deep within you, and there is this potential for co-creating life, and through that process is going to be this activation of ancient knowledge and wisdom teachings, soul specific to you. This is a very unique message, and I hope it's resonating with someone. Because sometimes it feels like I'm just rambling on. But it's meant to be a mystery, and I think that's the point. I feel like I'm pulling these threads, but there's also this element of mystery. It's like you're not actually meant to know much. I'm getting goosebumps. It's like meant to be a mystery. It's meant to be a synchronistic event. But it's I'm hearing hope. Hold on to hope, and be open to this unfolding. I feel like it's going to surprise you. It feels like this out of nowhere experience. But there's a lot of like potent growth and potential energy in this pile. I know it's frustrating, but I feel like that's all they want me to say. And because it's meant to be hidden, it's meant to be a mystery. So pile 3, if you're drawn to this pile, there is some synchronistic alignment happening in your world. The wisdom of the rose is telling you that there is a missing piece, but it's coming towards you. And there's also a missing piece within you. There is no force, there is no need to control it. It's going to unfold, and it's going to unlock a lot for you. It's going to click so many threads and pieces of the puzzle. It's like when you put that, I'm seeing the image of when you put that last puzzle piece into a puzzle and it gives you the full picture. It's that kind of moment. Be patient. And it's about trusting the mystery. Yeah. But be prepared, because it's on its way. All right, my darlings. Thank you so much for joining me. Like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you again soon. See ya.